What's up, guys? JC Tussin here, bringing you my first episode of my new series, The Unknown Games. Before I get started in this episode, I'm here to explain to you guys what I'm going to be talking about in this episode and stuff like that. So first off, I'm going to start off on the single player. Of course, I got to talk about the single player, the story, what's it about, who are you, what kind of abilities you have and stuff like that. Multiplayer, the game types. Is there Killstreaks, their guns, the special abilities, just all together. So I'm just basically going to be talking about that. Then towards the end of the video, I'll give you my kind of rating on it and try to see if, I'll tell you something. But, of course, in the description down here, I'll have a site, I'll have a link to the site of GameStop so you could look at the game. And you could probably just look at the other reviewers there who review the game. So let's get this episode started, guys. The Unknown Games, Episode 1, Crysis 2. Crysis 2 was first announced on June 7th, 2009. It was created by Crytek Studios and was published by EA. It was supposed to be the sequel to the highly successful 2007 game of Crysis and of the 2008 game Crysis Warhead Boach, which were successful on the PC. It was the first game to use the newly created CryEngine 3. Crysis 2 was the first game by Crytek Studios to be released on the consoles, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. With that little information, guys, let's get this episode started. Now that you know a little bit about Crysis 2, let's talk about the story. The story starts off with a telecast about New York going all to hell with the outbreak of the Manhattan virus. Crytek, the biological company that is doing research on this, denies that they are at fault because of the leak. But everything just goes to shit crazy just for New York. Everything has just gone so bad. Riots have broken out. Cell have taken over the whole city. And now it's up to you. You. Alcatraz, that is your name. That is your character, and these are your squad of men set on a mission to find Dr. Ghoul and try to see if you can end this whole bullshit. But there is a problem. You are attacked by an unknown force, and you are desperate just to go and just find out what it is. But you are still required to go on your original mission, but you must swim to save yourself and your squad to continue on with your mission and reach profit, which I will tell you in a little bit. But once you reach the top of the sea, you see your unseen force. The Ceph. The Ceph have deployed an gunship and have been attacking you and your squad. So everything seems really at a loss. You seem like you're gonna die. The mission has gone to complete fail. But then you are saved by Prophet, or this man named Lawrence Prophet Bane, in which that you were supposed to recon with him and basically help him find Dr. Ghoul. So basically right here you can see that he has destroyed a gunship and noticing that your whole squad has just gone to shit. So basically still seeing that you're still breathing, you still have a sign of life, that he will try to save your life. That knowing that you're his last chance for anything. So right here is Prophet Lawrence Prophet Bane. So right after the whole incident, he drags you back to a certain unknown, unmarked location in which he tells you that you're his last chance, that you're his last anything. He gives you the suit, that his last wishes is that you find Dr. Ghoul and stop this whole problem, as he is infected with the Manhattan virus. And the only way to stop it is to kill himself. Now with your newly acquired suit that you've gotten from Prophet, the suit comes with two powers. The first one is armor. Basically, this is just a power to protect you from anything just harmful. The thing is, you have regular health. Of course, you're in a suit. But what happens if you were given a shield or armor? So it's basically what this armor does. It'll basically just how do you say it? It'll just deflect bullets more off of you. But the more you get hit, the more you'll lose your power. So with this ability, it's recommended that you could probably play, Arnold Schwarzenegger Rambo, playing style. But I only recommend doing this on the easiest difficulty because armor mode will not save you all the time, and it will never be there for you in the right time sometimes, based on power. The second power that this game gives you is stealth. Stealth is basically everything in this game. This is the way that this game was meant to be played, your classic Tom Clancy style. With stealth, enemies will not see you or hear you, or when they sense something, you can just go into cloak and just surprise them like nothing. The game does give you an option if you do sneak up nicely behind a guy and he doesn't know that you're behind him, to give you a stealth kill. You could just basically just kill him from behind silently. This could also work with the Ceph, so you could also sneak up behind him and just kill him nicely. Another unique thing that the cloak can do for you is if there's an enemy's position in certain areas just everywhere and you just don't want to deal with the whole confrontation, you could just sneak right past through them. Just be careful about when you sneak past right through guys when they're really close to you. If you're just about a couple of inches away from them, they will sense you there. So be warned. But basically, this will get you out of any hair, any problem, any little sticky situation that this game will basically throw at you, so long as you just do it nice. Another special ability that the suit has is Tactical Visor. Tactical Visor, it's just anything. It's just like a pair of binoculars in which you just scan the battlefield. The game will give you options about where you could sneak up, where you could flank, or it'll just give you like certain options on what to do here. That's the really cool part because it kind of makes it easier on how you guys want to play this game. Even though it does tell you and you don't decide, but you decide what you're going to do. You could also highlight enemies and see the information about them. The customization in single player is great. You can just pick up any gun and hold on to the back button and be able to given the option to change any attachments on the gun. This is great in a situation where you must change your tactics and it will come to no cost at you. You'll be also to change modules in your suit. Modules or perks will give you a choice on how you can play in your game. You can be more stealthy, you need more energy, or it can give you greater options at any time. Another fun ability in the game is being able to pick up your opponent and be able to throw them across the map. Not literally across the map. This is really fun in which you have to just pick out one guy and just be able to kill him quickly without trying to waste a clip on him. It's the most efficient way that you could kill an enemy in this whole game. The problem is that you'll waste all your energy, so just be careful on who you'll be doing it and what time you'll be doing it. This option can also be done on the set, so don't worry about that. Another unique ability that this game gives you is the option to slide. Sliding is the most funnest way that you could get around in this whole game. You could use this move tactically just to move around places, or if you want, you can mess around and be able to slide and be shooting your opponents. This is really fun at times, but be warned. Most of your shots will not hit their targets, and advice, you just do this on the easy difficulty. Another fun option that this game gives you is the ability to pick up anything in the game and to be able to throw it on your opponent. While it's not really advised that you must do this, but it could be fun to mess around with people and being able to throw books, canisters, anything in between. It won't kill your opponent in the first throw, but depending on how long you hold it, you'll be able to kill your enemy on the first throw. The funny part is that they will not see you, even though you could be in stealth and carrying something in front of their face. Ha! The game does give you a driving mission, even though through the whole mission you will not be driving. For only about 5 minutes, you'll be driving in a cell tank. Even though it's not much, you'll just be spawned. You'll be hit with spawns of waves of enemies, mostly a couple of cars and 3 tanks. The tank does come with alternate fire and primary fire, with the primary fire being just the shell, and the secondary just being your regular missile launchers. The only way you can only be defeated is only by other tanks, so be careful when you get towards the end while doing it on the hardest difficulty. Now let's talk multiplayer. There's your Team Deathmatch, Free-for-All, Onslaught, and Capture the Relay. First, let's start off with Team Deathmatch. Team Deathmatch is just your regular game mode. You and a group of 5 people go against an enemies of groups of 6. The first team to make it up to 75,000 points is the winner. So just hope for the best that when you play this game mode, that you and your team will be able to make it to victory. Now let's move on to Instant Action. Just like Team Instant Action, except that you are not with the team. So this is just your regular free-for-all that you would find in any first-person shooter game. The whole point of the game is that you and a group, you and 7 other players, are going to be fighting to the first place. The first person to make it up to 25 kills or 25,000 points is the victor. So hope you win. Now let's talk about Crash Site. Crash Site is not your normal game. The whole point of the game is that an alien pod will land randomly somewhere around the map, and you and your team must hold it for a certain amount of time. The team that holds it for a certain amount of time will win, and you must hold it until 200 points. But be warned, the pod will explode and a new one will come by, so be careful when you're still capturing a pod. So now let's talk about Onslaught. Onslaught, there's basically just Capture the Relay. Capture the Relay is just like your regular Capture the Flag, except Crysis 2 brings its own twist onto it. The relay is just like a little relay thing. I don't know what the hell it is. But you and your teammates must capture it and bring it back to your side to win. Basically, teamwork is necessary in this game. You cannot just be a lone wolf and just hope for the best that you'll just bring it back to your area. You must help your team and defend the man who has it. The way to score points is that you must grab the enemy relay and bring it back to your relay. The game basically consists of 2 rounds. There'll be round 1 and round 2. So basically, you must hope for the best that you score most in both rounds. But if nobody scores in both rounds, then the game just ends in a draw. So now let's talk about Killstreaks. This game does have Killstreaks. As you can see, there's 3, 5, 7. 7 is your Seth gunship. As you can see right here, this is the Seth gunship, highest killstreak. Right here, you can see that maximum radar, orbital strike, and maximum nanosuit. Maximum nanosuit overcharges your power, and right here is the orbital strike. So basically, the way that you could achieve these kill streaks is by killing your opponent and collecting his dog tags. So basically, Crysis 2 takes a little play on Call of Duty 4 using the 3-5 setup, so which is really great for them. Now, let's talk about the classes. Crysis 2 gives you a choice of 5 classes, but you must unlock 3 by leveling up in this game. So as you can see right here, I have 3 classes set. So there's your primary, your secondary, your grenades, and your modules, or as we could call them, perks. So you can see right here, I have Scar and a Majestic. Right here is the list of guns. You got your submachine guns, your assaults, and everything in between. So right here, you can see that there are customizations, but you must level up with multiple kills for the gun to unlock certain attachments, in which you'll be given a coin or a token to unlock them. As you can see right here, this game comes with scopes, reflexes, assault scopes, extended mags, holographics, Gauss cannon, grenade launcher that you can attach on your gun. But every single gun has different attachments, so don't expect all attachments to be on some guns, or there might be some that don't come with any at all. As you can see right here, you have the shotguns, the heavies, and you can see they are not the same attachments. So right here, you got 2 submachine guns, not much. Your assault rifles right here, you only got 3 assault rifles to choose from, and sniper rifles you have 2 from there. And for shotguns, there's your semi-auto and your pump action. And for your heavies, you got your light machine gun, you got a grenade launcher, and this electric gun, K-Volt. Pretty powerful guns, guys. So it's not much to choose. Now let's talk sidearms. There are only 4 sidearms. There's a pistol, 1 submachine gun, and 1 magnum. For grenades, there are your grenades, your equipment. There's grenades, flashbangs, a grenade launcher, and a C4. Right here, as you can see, these are your modules, or we could just call them for now perks. Each module has a certain effect to it. So first module is armor. As you can see right here, armor, it relates to anything that has to involve using the armor and stuff like that. As you can see, armor related as you could have a little mini radar on yourself. You take less power gets taken away from you when shot in armor mode. Your health can recharge faster. You've been given the ability to jump and drop on your opponent. So the second one is stealth. Second module is based on stealth. So anything between jamming enemy radar, being able not to be seen on radar. You could be able to see a man go into a cloak, or you could become silent like Ninja. The third one is just power, so it's just based on your overall, just overall everything. So you could have faster reloading, an overkill perk. You could have more ammo with your gun. You could have hip fire, steady aim. You could have rapid fire and all this other stuff in between. So it's just involved with everything. So right here is your operation status. Operation status just shows you everything. Right here you got your service record. Service record is just like your combat record. Like in Black Ops, you can just see everything, your level, rank, guns, and stuff like that. Right here, leaderboards, just your regular stuff. Unlocks, you can see how many guns you have unlocked, classes, if you have attachment tokens or anything in between. Skill assessments, it's just like your regular challenges that you can find in any FPS game. And dog tags. Dog tags is a cool thing right here in this game. Dog tags is just basically your call title, your customization title, and anything. And your opponents can't see how many times they've picked this up. The only time your dog tags can ever be seen by anybody is in the lobby, when you could just look at a certain player. There's multiple ways that you can unlock them. Mystery is you unlock them by basically upgrading a module all the way up. So you'll be given a token to unlock one. So let's see right here. Medals is just certain medals that the game gives you that you can unlock tags from. And the last one is just awards. Awards, just for completing anything. And right here, you see how I joined a team instant action match, and I'm going to show you how there's not really any players on this game. So I attempt to join a session and I find an empty lobby. And the funny part is that this was around 1:17 on Saturday, so no. So now let's review the pros and cons of Crysis 2. The pros are the multiplayer has gotten better since Crysis. The first one, the multiplayer was just a disaster. The story is great and fun, once you get to understand it. The powers, the modules that you've been given makes the game so enjoyable. And you can customize your weapon at any time. That's really cool. But, you know, there's always the bad parts about this game. The AI, for some reason, I don't know why, they're just terrible. They just don't see you there. The armor and cloak ability can piss you off when you first begin in multiplayer. And not enough peoples are playing the multiplayer. Peoples, please, just play this game. It's not that bad. It's not a Call of Duty clone. It looks like it, but it's not. So guys, I hope you enjoy it. I totally recommend this game for anybody who just needs a break from Call of Duty or just your average FPS game. So just go to the link in GameStop and just think about it. Just think about the game and just buy it if you really want to. If you really want to, and if I convinced you, just buy it. If not, then just don't even try this game then. But it's a great game. I recommend for everybody. It's recommended for everybody. This is JC Tussin. Before I sign out, start spreading the news.